All right. Well, let's get her going. Oops. Don't need that. There we go. Move this down here. Because we're not playing Dragon Quest XI today. Alrighty, welcome in, folks. How's it going? Welcome to a new patch for Final Fantasy XIV. We're at patch 7.25, and we've got the new combat exploration zone. Again, I still don't know what they're calling it. I should have looked it up beforehand, and I forgot. Doesn't matter. The Occult Crescent, which I've been calling Arcane Crescent for an indeterminate amount of time. We're going to check it out today, but first, we're going to go over the patch notes. Because I always think that's fun. Alright. Patch 7.25. Let's see what we got. Oh, right, there's new Manderville stuff. I'm not sure if I'll do the Manderville stuff on stream. I did some of the Endwalker. Actually, I think I did all of the Endwalker Manderville stuff off on stream. So I might start doing it on stream. I'm not sure we'll have time for it tonight. And if we don't have time for it tonight, I don't know if I want to do like a short bit of it on Friday, or if I just want to do it off stream. I don't know, but I think we did the earlier Endwalker Hildebrand stuff on stream, the first little bit of it. So I'd like to do it on stream just to make it consistent. But anyways, and I also don't know how long we're going to spend in the Occult Crescent, because that might be a quick jump in, jump out, and be like, all right, I'm done. I see what it is. Similar to Cosmic Exploration. Okay, so let's see what we got here. New side story quests, Occult Crescent, Southhorn. Right. That is in Tuliolol. Cool, cool, cool. Phantom Weapons, right. This is the Relic series for Dawn Trail. I don't know if we're gonna get to that today, because I don't know what that's gonna take. But I hope they're cool. I mean, it's gonna be the basic models. They're not gonna have any special effects on them, because they never do for the first step. So we'll have to wait a little bit to see what the upgrades are, to see if the effects are good, because that's what matters. Having a good base model is one thing, but if the effects suck, no one's happy. Inconceivably Further Hildebrand Adventures, right, there's that. Oh, right, Allied Society stuff. I always forget this is a thing. With the Mamul Jaw. It is a Disciple of the Land, okay. So that's Gatherers. Don't have to worry about that. Unless it's got a really good mount tied to it, in which case I might. But I haven't done any of the Allied Society quests stuff for a good long while. Last time I did that was was it the Ananta in Stormblood? That was like when I started playing 14. That was like 2022. It was years ago now. That mount was cool though. I don't regret getting that mount because it was rad. Right, Allied Society stuff, I know that works. New furnishings. That's a rock. That's just a rock. Okay. A lot of rocks. An orb. You can ponder an orb now. Great. New Orchestrion rolls. New cards. New NPC opponents for Triple Triad. Right. Entries for the Occult Crescent in the Field Operations category. New hairstyle. Ah, interesting. Oh, I think I saw this. It's the it's the hentai protagonist hairstyle. It's the one that Kane-sena's two little gremlin children. They're not actually her kids, but the boy, he has that haircut where it like covers his eyes. It's like a big bowl cut, but it goes down past the eyes. It's that one. Pretty sure. Or at least it looks like that. New emotes. It just looks like a dance. Okay. Battle system. Well, since we're starting with Ninja, I don't imagine we're having some sweeping changes. Let's see what's we got here. Phantom Kami Itachi. Potency is no longer reduced after the first enemy. Oh. There's no more AoE fall off? It's just flat? With no reduction to potency? Really? All the Nezuchi got stronger. Kunai's Bane. I don't even know what that is. I think that's... I haven't played Ninja since they changed it for Dawn Trail. Tenri Jindo. Oh yeah, so they got rid of a lot of the fall off for AoE stuff for Ninja, and they've reduced it again for the other range DPSs. Or not, well, Ninja's not a range DPS, but for range DPSs. Went from 55% to 50. And they got some potency buffs. Yep, a lot of AoE fall-off reduction for Machinists. For Summoner as well, okay. Interesting. There's been a lot of looking at the AoE damage for Dawn Trail, which is... I don't think it's a bad thing. It's just really interesting to me because typically a lot of the balance changes come from people's experiences in harder content, which is usually single target DPS, right? That's your main rotation. But I guess since a lot of the harder content, as far as I'm aware, I haven't done any of it because I'm a casual. Since it looks like they're including a lot more mobs, like trash mobs, in harder content, like right now, what is it, M6S? The 6th Savage Raid for Dawn Trail is infamous for its ads that spawn, the Yans, which anyone who's played FF9 knows that Yans are a menace. So maybe that's where they're tackling this from, of like, since people are actually having to utilize their AoE combos in higher content, or in harder content, and not even like that much harder content, even like the raids, the normal raids have been having a lot of ads, where you have to like actually use your AoE. Even M8 has like the two things that spawn that you have to drag together to beat them up both. Instead of usually you have to drag them apart so they don't buff each other, so you have to get two teams to separate to do single target damage. So they've kind of changed that. They're getting a little more inventive with their encounter design, which is interesting. I don't think it's a bad thing. In fact, it's probably a good thing, in my opinion, but anyways. Occult Crescent South Horn, right? So this is the first area that they're introducing. I wonder how many zones there will be. Bosja had 2, Eureka had 4, I think. So maybe they'll split the difference and hit a 3. Or maybe they'll just do 2 again. 2, depending on the size of the zones and the content in it, I don't think it really matters that you need to have multiple zones. If the content is good, you don't need more than one map. But who knows? Speaking with Jeff Roy in the Phantom Village. Oh, the Phantom Village. That's a fun callback to FF5. I mean, again, it makes sense. The Phantom Village is, or the Arcane Crescent in FF5, or is it called the Occult Crescent in FF5? Doesn't matter. The Crescent is how you find out about the Phantom Village and gives you clues on how to find it. So that makes sense. You can use your mount, but you can't fly. Makes sense. That's typical. Same as Bosja. Return gets replaced by Occult Return. I think that's different. I don't remember if Return changed to a specific, or I think you might have gotten a duty action in Bosja for Return. Did you actually? No, I'm not sure. I think you didn't have Return. Well, you had your basic Return, but it would just send you back to the start of the instance, like where you enter it normally. And I think the cooldown was still the same. That's a nice quality of life thing. You may change between Disciple of War and Magic classes and jobs that are level 100. Note, however, that you cannot change classes or jobs during combat or under certain other conditions. Okay. So you can't show up with anything below the level cap, unlike Bosja? Yeah, because I'm pretty sure you can enter Bosja at 71. which is 1 level past the Stormblood cap. The Shadowbringers is 80. So, okay, so this is not going to be used to level things up from 90 to 100, which is a bit disappointing. Because that's always a nice thing to have. Because it's currently leveling from 70 to 90 in Bozja is not too bad. 70 to 80 is easiest. But once you get to like 80 to 90, it slows down a little bit, but it's still pretty good. So it would have been nice if there was something to get you from 90 to 100 for side content, but I guess they're not doing it that way for this one. Which is kind of a shame. But maybe it'll be good for the next expansion, who knows. Separate leveling system, that makes sense. Knowledge. Players accrue knowledge akin to experience points by completing quests and defeating enemies that inhabit the Isle, Knowledge level. This is the leveling system specific to the Occult Crescent. Your knowledge level can be increased by accumulating sufficient knowledge. Engaging foes with a knowledge level higher than your own will reduce damage dealt. Right, it's level by any other name. Okay. Incapacitation penalty. If your knowledge level is above 5, falling in battle on the Occult Crescent can incur a penalty. If you are incapacitated and return to base camp without being revived, or you leave the instance while incapacitated, you will lose a portion of your knowledge. Should your knowledge fall below 0, your knowledge level will also decrease. The amount of knowledge lost depends on your current knowledge level. Okay. So this is just like Bozja and Eureka, where once you pass a certain threshold for level, if you die, you lose XP. Generally speaking, based on my experience with Eureka and Bozja, it's not too bad. And generally people are pretty good about if someone dies, they can just send out a ping in chat and some good Samaritan will come along and revive you, so you don't lose the XP, you just revive normally. So that's not too bad. Just don't die. That's what it comes down to. EXP change. Under certain conditions, consecutively defeating enemies with a set time period will yield bonus to knowledge, phantom experience, or rewards accrued. Oh, just like in the overworld. Okay. Did Bozja have this? I want to say it didn't, but I don't remember ever noticing it. But that doesn't mean it wasn't there. Okay. During solo play, the threshold is based on your... Oh, wait, hang on. Skip the line. XP changes occur upon defeating an enemy whose knowledge level exceeds your own, but the exact threshold will change depending on party size. Oh, okay. Based on average knowledge level if you're in a party. And there's the exact thresholds. Which makes sense. More people makes content easier. Oh, and it shows you if they can generate a chain right there. That's super nice. Phantom jobs. Here we go. Phantom jobs are supplemental jobs that can be acquired in addition to your main job. Selecting a phantom job will grant access to specific phantom actions. Acquiring phantom jobs. As you progress through quests on the Occult Crescent, South Horn, you will gain access to different phantom jobs. Further phantom jobs can be acquired using items called soul shards. These crystalline objects can be purchased from a vendor on the Isle or found in critical encounters. Okay. Outside of combat and certain specific conditions, phantom jobs can be changed at any time. Right, okay. Just like your regular jobs, you can change your job, you can change your phantom job. Phantom job progression. Phantom job progression is governed by your phantom job level, which is increased by accruing phantom XP. Beating enemies and completing encounters upon the Isle will garner phantom XP for your current phantom job. Acquiring sufficient phantom XP will increase your phantom job level, unlocking new phantom actions and phantom traits in the process. Just like Final Fantasy V. I'm so on board. Upon reaching a phantom job's maximum level, you receive the phantom mastery status, which grants increased damage dealt and other helpful effects and remains active even should you change to another phantom job. Literally just like FF5, which I love. I love that job system so much, so I'm happy. The more jobs you master, the more powerful your phantom mastery effects become. The exception to this is the first phantom job available to you, Phantom Freelancer. Freelancers do not gain experience through traditional means, instead it levels up with every additional phantom job you master. Just like FF5. Phantom actions, special actions available on the Occult Crescent. Different phantom jobs offer access to a variety of offensive, restorative, and supplemental phantom actions. Oh geez, you can like spawn a cannon? That's pretty rad. Phantom actions can be executed and toggled using the following methods. Phantom Action Panel. Upon acquisition, phantom actions are registered to the Phantom Action Panel, from which they can be selected for execution. I'm using a gamepad. Yeah, it's okay, that's fine. I don't know about the gamepad. Can also be controlled using duty action found at the duties tab in the actions and traits window. Duty action 1, execute phantom action. Duty action 2, select phantom action. Oh. Oh, you like cycle through them? Okay. That's not too bad. As long as there's not too many actions to parse through. That's actually pretty smart. It's a good way of fitting in more than 2 things. Which is the restriction that Bozja and Eureka had, is you can only have 2 actions because they only have 2 duty action buttons. Okay. Phantom action rotation. Thank God you can change the rotation. There's so many times in games, you know how in games you either have like a hotbar or you have like a list of weapons to scroll through? For whatever reason, I'm like the opposite of everyone else. Like when I scroll down on my scroll wheel, I always expect it to go right. And in so many games, it goes like left, or it goes like up on the list instead of down, which to me is wrong. It's just wrong. I don't know why, because you read from left to right and you read top to bottom. So if I scroll down on the scroll wheel, it should progress from start to finish, which is right and down. Does that not make sense? Whatever. Read a set after execution. When enabled, resets the phantom action panel after executing actions. Oh, so it just resets to the default. That's actually a really nice feature. I never would have thought of that. Hell yeah. Executing phantom actions via the hotbar. Oh. Do so simply register the phantom action icons found at the duties tab and actions and traits on your hotbar. Oh, so you can just have an extra hotbar for them. That's very nice. I don't know if I have the hotbar space to take advantage of that, but that is super duper nice. Excellent, okay. Cool. Encounters on the Occult Crescent. While exploring the Isle, players can participate in fates and critical encounters, right? Same as Bozja and Eureka. Neither fates nor critical encounters are affected by your knowledge level, right? Fates are combat encounters that occur on the Isle. Players may join fates by going to the indicated location on the map, even after an encounter is started. Critical encounters are large-scale battles wearing up to 72... 72? Really? Is the... That seems high. That's 9 parties. That's 8 times 9. I feel like that's way more than Bozja allowed, but I also got into Bozja late, so I don't know what the limit was. I'm trying to think of like when it says how many people have registered and how many people can register for Bozja. I feel like it was below 72, but now I'm not so sure. 72 seems very high. Not that I'm complaining. It's very cool, very fun. Participate players must go to the location indicated on their map before the battle begins and remain in the designated area. Oh, so there's no queuing up for it like in Bozja where you get teleported in. Oh, that kind of sucks. Well, I guess that's a way to gate it, but a lot more convenient just be like register, and then when it starts, just hit join and you get teleported right in. Kind of blows, you have to make your way there, but alright. The Fort Tower. I'm familiar. The Fort Towers. Towers? Oh, Fort Tower Blood, okay. The greatest challenge to be found on the Occult Crescent. Accessible upon reaching knowledge level 20 or greater. You may work with up to 48 total players to overcome powerful foes and tricky battle mechanics. Fort Towers may be unlocked by completing a certain quest available in the Occult Crescent. Entering the Fort Towers. Player must offer sanguine ciphers at a cipher reliquary to activate an ethereal node. That's a lot of proper nouns. Which will teleport them inside the tower's halls. Ciphers can be purchased from a member of the expedition via currency exclusive to the Occult Crescent. The quantity of ciphers in your possession is displayed on the Occult Crescent HUD. Cipher reliquaries will only appear during special weather conditions. When 16 or more players offer sanguine ciphers to a reliquary, the ethereal node will activate. Interesting. So activating the Fort Towers is pretty involved. This is not Castle Virgin. Castrum Lacum Latoris. I'm not going to tell the story about why I call that Castle Virgin again. Huh. So I think this is more close to Eureka, Well, no, not even Eureka had anything like this, because I think the fates just spawn in order. And you can like use trackers to see when the fate that you need is going to spawn for the drop that you want. This is a lot more involved communication-wise of like, you need to actually talk to people. Cringe. Okay. Short time after the node is activated, a maximum of 48 players who offered Sanguine Ciphers will receive the right of entry. The Fork Tower status effect granting them the clearance to enter Fork Tower. More than 48 players offered ciphers. Those who invested a greater number will have a higher chance of being selected for entry. Note that expended Sanguine Ciphers will be returned to those who are not selected. Oh, okay, that's good. So if you have like a whole bunch and you really want to get in that day, you can just drop them all in. But if you don't get in, then you still get them back, so you don't lose anything. That's nice. While outside the Fork Tower Blood, players will be subjected to a status effect that limits resurrection. Stacks of this effects are lost each time players are revived using certain phantom actions. After reaching 0 stacks, players can no longer be resurrected. Ah. So this is like the Eureka thing. The Baldessian Arsenal, I believe. Where if you die, that's it. Except this is a little less mean. Where you still have, a number of lives. But once those lives are gone, then you're out. Which is fine. I think typically in content like this, you only die once or twice anyways. Like most of my Castrum runs in Bosnia, like if we died more than once or twice, or if I died more than once or twice, like the run was dead. Like the run would fail because we didn't have enough. So you don't need more, you don't need like 20 lives for a player, because like if you're dying that much, you're probably not going to complete the content anyways. Okay. Occult Crescent currencies. In the Occult Crescent, there are 2 forms of currency: Enlightenment silver pieces, primarily acquired from critical encounters of fates, and Enlightenment gold pieces. This is deposit your currency again. You get your copper, you get your silver, you get your gold, you get your platinum from different places. They buy you different things. It's not rocket science. Okay. Unlike normal instance duties, you may form, disband, or leave a party anytime. Oh yeah, you can do anything in the duty. This is a special duty, unlike normal. A party formed on the Occult Crescent will be considered balanced when all members of the party are within 3 knowledge levels of each other. Balanced parties, your knowledge levels adjust to the average level of all party members, and enemies defeated award increased phantom experience. So this discourages people from carrying their friends. You have one person who's like knowledge level 20, and they just blitz through everybody and then filter the experience down. You're best off finding people who are at the level that you're at. Which I see where they're coming from. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw this mechanic get taken out when this no longer becomes current content. Or I would expect it to be taken out so that people can get blitzed through old content since it's old and there's not a lot of people to help you. Like there's not going to be a constant influx of new players into it. But at the state we're at now, not really a problem. The people who are going to be playing it every day for 8 hours a day are going to naturally run ahead, and that's just how things work. Knowledge level sync. Okay, this is like level sync, but for this. Straightforward. Knowledge crystals. Oh, this is the furnishing that we saw before. Okay. Mysterious crystals erected around the Occult Crescent hold a special power. Knowledge crystals resonate with certain phantom actions, granting players and their party members corresponding effects such as reduced vulnerability against certain types of attacks, increased movement speed, and more. Huh. So they give you like a little party buff if you have the right action? Interesting. Do they cycle? Or is there going to be like one rock in one part of the map that is like, this is the Samurai rock? I guess probably not Samurai, because Samurai is an actual job in 14. What's a Geomancer? This is the Geomancer rock. Geomancers go here, get buff. If you have the right action, if you're at the level. I wonder. We'll see. Treasure coffers. It had the stuff has treasure in it. Excellent. They are instanced. Great. Defeating monsters in the Occult Crescent and completing certain events may cause chests to appear somewhere on the isle. Oh. To like kill a guy and then go on a treasure hunt. Interesting. Hey, Toaster. Welcome in. Get buff at rock, is it a workout? Sure, why not? Well, how else do you describe a workout, really? Persistent pots, plentiful treasure. Ah, the magic pots. Love these guys. Some fates on the Occult Crescent will task you with defending magic pots from hostile creatures. Those who contribute to the successful completion of these fates will discover a persistent pot NPC, following them afterwards. A large number of players participate in one of these fates. Player will instead be selected at random to have a persistent pot follow them. Alright. Players being followed by a persistent pot will be granted the status Cash Me If You Can. In exchange for sips of elixir, these soulkin will offer hints as to the location of hidden treasure. Ooh. Okay. That's fun. Oh, a treasure hunt. That's really neat, because Bosja doesn't have anything like that I can remember. I don't think Eureka does either. That's an interesting idea. I wonder if that will be fun or annoying. We'll find out. Follow the hints and use your elixir at the correct location to reveal a concealed coffer. On rare occasions, the Cash Me If You Can status may persist even after finding treasure, allowing you to pursue further spoils. The hunt for treasure will end when the status expires. You join a critical engagement while being followed by a persistent pot. You are incapacitated, or the persistent pot is incapacitated. Oh, so you actually have to protect them. Nasty. Good for tanks, though. Fortune carrots. Oh, not carrots again. Hey, Bartholomew. Happy belated birthday, Toaster. Oh, Toaster, are you a year older? My condolences. Happy birthday, man. Fortune carrots. Chests in the Occult Crescent sometimes hold a fortune carrot. With one in your possession, you may start to notice signs of certain creatures nearby. Using a fortune carrot near such signs will draw these creatures out into the open, eager to repay you with treasure. Be mindful that when someone receives a reward, however, you will have to search elsewhere for new signs of the creatures. Interesting, okay. So it's like the same thing, but it's just an item? Oh, did that emote go through? The emote thing, I didn't check if it was working. Hang on, let me refresh this and I'll see if it connects properly. Hey, good, it's back. I see a potato on screen. I'm gonna move on. How dare you? Occult record. These are field notes. Okay. That's straightforward enough. Phantom Weapons questline. Ooh. Some of these are sick. That gun is rad. And the White Mage staff ain't bad either. That's a fun design. Paladin one is not bad. It's a Paladin sword and shield. I feel like we've seen designs like this often, but there's only so many different designs for a sword and shield before it kind of run out of shapes. But could be worse. Alright. Obtaining phantom weapons. Upon completing the quest Forging the Phantasmal, players will receive one phantom weapon based on the job, which they progress through the quests. On completing the quest, players may receive additional weapons by speaking with the guy. Phantom weapon quests employ a system which will require players to proceed with the same class or job with which they accepted the quest. Same as any other relic chain. Well, actually not really. Same as most relic chains. I think Heavensward kind of the exception. Not necessarily. I guess it depends on the step. Some steps you have to be that class and do certain content. Other steps are just like, just have the quest active and do this content, and you'll get a currency that you can spend. Strength of the Echo has been increased for Savage, right? That's standard stuff. PvP, we can skip right by that. Crystalline Conflict, Frontline, Items. Oh, these are based on the designs for the FF5 jobs. This is Geomancer. I recognize that stupid dunce cap anywhere. I think this is Warrior. This is... I'm actually not sure what this is. I don't recognize that hat shape. I want to say Blue Mage. This almost looks like Corsair, which was not a thing in 5. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. I'd have to boot up FF5 and look. I don't recognize that. Following item names have been changed. Eastern Lord's Togi to Far Eastern. Oh, they just changed Eastern to Far Eastern because they wanted to match it more closely to the Far East in 14 rather than the East of real world life. Oh, they also took away some of the specific nouns. It just translated them directly to English. Interesting. Haidate to trousers, Kushida to skirts. I mean, I kind of get it. Because if you're not familiar enough with the language that this is, which I assume is Japanese, you're going to be like, what the fuck is a haidate? And then you look at it and they're like, oh, it's pants. So they're just localizing it to trousers, which, you know what? That's fine. It's just easier. Alright. That doesn't really affect me. I want to say there was also, like, controversy around this or something. People got upset with, like, the terms that they use. Which, like, who really gives a shit? But whatever. Progress required to complete cosmic exploration projects has been reduced. I heard about this. Some of the fates were getting kind of hard to complete based on how many people were in the instance. So they reduced some of the progress, which is good. Because while this is active, like, nothing else can spawn until this gets completed. And if you fail, it goes on like a cooldown of like 2 hours or something. So not completing them really sucks if that's the time you have to participate in that content and you're just like getting screwed over because none of the red alerts or any of the mech operations are spawning. So that's good. Max difficulty. Oh, they made some of the Class A stuff easier. Okay. That's fine. I haven't really been able to do any of these Class A ones because my gear is just not up to snuff. So, can't do much about that. During cosmic exploration, on-screen text will now inform players that gathering points are not being displayed when the stellar mission is accepted without an active status or prospect or triangulate. What? This is for gatherers. I don't care about that. I'm not a gatherer. I'm a blacksmith. I make things. I don't pick up rocks. Losers. I have nothing against gatherers. I don't know why I'm being mean to them. Anyways. New items, adjustments. Okay, so they're just doing some balancing on that. New mounts. That is a basic bitch airship. That's a bit surprising. Haven't had one of these in a while. Is this based on the FF5 airship? Fucking gatherers, they should learn how to make something. Exactly, Toaster. Those goddamn suppliers. How dare they? What do you mean the gatherers used all the iron after learning how to make things? That's my job. Okay. Yeah, I think this is the FF5 airship, because I think the layout of the propellers matches, as well as the engines on the side. It's hard because it's a side profile of something, and I'm comparing it to a top-down profile of something else. But I want to say it's FF5. It's a turtle and a Boyd. Okay. New accessories. Alright, some fun new umbrellas, new face wear. Again, another pair of glasses that are not the ones I want. Why are you farming? Just buy it at the grocery store. Based. God damn it, just add the half-rim glasses that I want as face wear. You bastards. Alright, new instances, right? Because you added new shit, so a bunch of people are going to be running around. Makes sense. Division of Marlim Torum and multiple instances added to alleviate congestion patch 7.21 will be removed. Okay. Adding this stuff to particular menus. New achievements, titles, portrait accents, new portrait stuff. Great. Twirl, merrily sprint around to flaunt your presently equipped attire. Great. Fantastic. I assume you get this, since it's 7.x, I assume you get this from Occult Crescent. And then we got the bug fixes. Great. Okay. That, well, that looks pretty good. Nothing too crazy. Mostly just, hey, we added content. Here it is. But some nice changes. Not a ton. Some a little quality of life things. Some of the stuff they added looks pretty neat. Interesting that this says 2.x. So this is not from Occult Crescent. This is from somewhere else. Same as these. Because if you don't have 7.x, you can still get this because it's listed as 2.x. So I'm not sure where you get this. Not MGP stuff, is it? Did they say that they added stuff to the gold saucer? I want to say they didn't. New cards, new NPC opponents. Not new stuff to buy. I wonder where you get that. If not the Occult Crescent. Because otherwise it wouldn't have 2.x listed. Oh, is it PvP stuff? I bet it is. That's probably what it is. Oh no, because this is also 2.x. Maybe I guess the item doesn't matter. Maybe it is still Occult Crescent, but you can technically have it if you don't have the expansion? Which doesn't make sense to me. Doesn't matter. Let's get into it. I will of course be using Viper because that's my main for Dawn Trail. And I'm also very happy about my new lamb for it. I mainly just changed the chest piece, and I think everything else is the same. Actually, I think I changed the arms as well. Still, doesn't matter. I like it. Makes me happy. We'll check out Occult Crescent, and then if we have time, after I'm satisfied with the Occult Crescent, we might check out Hildebrand. But given that I started late, and I don't want to go too late tonight, we'll see. I might do a split stream on Friday. Quickly do the Hildebrand stuff and then jump into Dragon Quest. Or we might do an extra stream of Occult Crescent stuff if I'm really enjoying it. Because Cosmic Exploration, I'm not super huge into the crafting and gathering, so I just wanted the loot, the cool stuff. Which, I've gotten most of it, but I still haven't gotten the mech. That's the one thing I'm missing. Mole Island. Sort this out quickly. I really gotta go through your inventory and start throwing stuff out. There's a lot of stuff in here that I don't need. It's fucking ads for nightclubs in 14. So annoying. I'll worry about that later. Okay. Tutuliolol. Also, sorry if my voice is a little bit hoarse. I was late because I was talking to my mom. We talked for longer than I intended. It was all right. Let's see. That's the one. Hello, sir. You're Lance, aren't you? Just the man I was after, as it happens. Old Kettenram tasked me with finding you. Says he's got a proposition for you. Oh God, don't tell me I have to mimic Kettenram's accent. I can't do it. They're right there. I'll go fetch him. Fuck! Alright. You're getting Scottish, and you're gonna have to live with it. Apologies for coloring you like this, but I was hoping we could parley before you took your leave until you lull. I'll cut right to the chase. I want you on board for my final expedition. Okay. Don't look surprised. Before I get into the particulars, allow me to spin a quick yarn. Okay. These days, any of yours in sailor with their salt bound for Tyrol take the established route and skirt the southern Indigo Deep. I'll pretend like I know what that is. Back when maps of the realm were nothing but black parchment past Villebrand, all we had was the allure of the horizon to guide us. Most of me fellow explorers weighed anchor and cut a course due west, heading straight for adventure. Alas, most were lost to the waves. The crew and I reached Tyrol on account of us ranging northward and avoiding the same treacherous waters that claimed them. That stretch of the deep came to be known as Shade's Triangle. I had a notion to solve its mystery. Oh, the Bermuda Triangle? Clever. I had a notion to solve its mysteries on behalf of my fallen comrades, but after arriving on these shores, it was the land, not the sea, that promised adventures anew. Once I'd settled here and disbanded the expedition, I never did get the opportunity. But then I crossed paths with a certain realm-renowned adventurer and began to wonder. Hey, something told me that with your help, I'd finally shed light on the mystery of those accursed waters. So how about it? Will you join this old explorer on one final jaunt? You had me at mystery, but what are your duties at the palace? Don't you have a job? Not to worry, I propose all this with the full backing of the Dawn servants. Truth be told, even before Gluljaja asked me to watch over Aquan and Muklamat, I feared I'd never sail again. Any road, I sensed the pair were wise to me worrying, so I laid it all bare. They are pretty great. There's a reason there's two of them. Oh, I have to actually... Okay. And you say the mysteries of Sage Triangle has haunted you since? The region of which you speak is an impediment to trade with foreign nations, and the effort to unravel its secrets would ultimately benefit Tuliolol. Sounds like it might be the last chance you get, especially if you're hoping to get Lance involved. Besides, Papa would turn in his grave if we barred his old friend from one final voyage. I say follow your heart, Tankwa. Hell yeah. I'm sure you'll be wanting more details, but I'd like to set sail sooner rather than later. Let's reconvene once we've put a few malms between us and the harbor. A ship is ready and waiting. Had her sent over from Limsa especially. When you're ready, speak with Ofangaim over on the pier. You ordered a ship from Limsa? Like off Amazon? How do you do that? What do you mean you had it sent over? I genuinely don't know how you buy a ship. Nonce, I presume. Captain Ram told me all about you. The name's Ofangaim, navigator by trade. They say Shade's Triangle is racked with storms year-round, but a closer look at the charts will tell you that ain't strictly true. For a brief season, the sky is clear and the sea's calm, hence why the old explorer's eager to weigh anchor. What's the matter? Don't tell me you're wary of clambering on this little rowboat. We're not rowing all over the Shade's Triangle. Our vessel's waiting out beyond the shadows. Any road, when you're good and prepared to leave, just say the word. Based on the phonetics of your pronunciation, I picked the wrong accent, but it's too late now. Ready to put a course for what is unknown, are ye? Don't know whether to respect your mettle or question your sanity, but welcome aboard. Shade's Triangle, here we come. Great. Boom, 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 boom. Hello, Thurs. Land sailing thus far, might be time to talk about our destination. Shades oh, that's a woman. I could not tell before. Mind you, I was looking at behind her, I didn't look at her face. Shades Triangle's a churning mess of storms. Every time a vessel goes missing in the region, most blame the treacherous conditions. But hear this. There are records of the last ship seeking to chart those waters, and the message they relayed to their escort is passing strange. Conditions fair, crescent-shaped isle sighted in the vicinity, potential safe haven during storms, attempting to make landfall. They never made it back to port, despite the calm seas. Folks have taken to calling the island the Occult Crescent ever since. They say it's not but a shifting mirage that claims the lives of all who sight it. Everyone on board knows the risks involved in a voyage like this, but there ain't nothing like the thrill of the unknown to trump good sense. Aye, the whiff of mystery and the promise of new discovery is hard to resist. Am I right in thinking the same applies to you, adventurer? That I can't deny. Anyhow, why don't you get acquainted with the rest of the crew? I'll be here checking the charts. Once you've got the measure of the folks who are risking their hides along with you, come and find me. Okay. What do you got, sir? Taking me first trip to these waters, I've sailed close to Shades Triangle to survey the weather many a time. Only on the clearest days, when the sea's flat as glass, do you get a glimpse of the isle. It looks unremarkable from a distance, but that's exactly what the poor bastards who went missing must have thought. Never did pluck up the courage to take a closer peek, curious as I was. When I heard Kettenram was leading an expedition to the heart of the triangle, I signed right up. Don't get me wrong, I've still got me reservations. But when I think of whatever's waiting for us in those waters, it's the excitement that wins out. Alright. That's how a lot of people die, but you know what? Good for you, man. Follow your dreams. My grandfather once sailed with Kettenram. He was right there with him when they first made landfall in Tyrol. But it wasn't Tyrol they were aiming for. They'd left Eorzea westward bound for Hingashi. They didn't count on a great big continent lying between them and their destination. Classic. When they were ashore, they soon forgot all about the Far East. Eventually, my grandfather settled, and here I am 3 generations later. By all accounts, journeying with Kettenram is life-changing. I mean that in the best possible sense, of course. Okay. This isn't some foolhardy treasure hunt. No, solving the Isle's secrets will be worth more than any glittering trinkets. And if we can open up safe passage to the island, there's potential to establish a permanent landing. Just imagine the boon to foreign trade that would bring. All of which is to say, there's more at stake here than lining our pockets. Okie dokie. There's no telling what awaits us on the island, which is why we've enlisted the help of experts and artisans to supplement our crew. There's one fellow we're all wishing we'd steer clear of, though. After we left port, I caught the crazed fool trying to launch one of the lifeboats. We managed to lock him in the hold, but the vitriol set about drinking all the rum in sight. In the end, we tied him up and stuffed him in one of the barrels he drained dry. Oh, we got a crazy old man somewhere? Hell yeah. Oh. Can actually go back to Tuliala. That's fun. I guess you have to, right? There's gotta be a way back and forth if you need to bail on the quest early. Looks like you had a good chat with the crew. That's the thing with seafaring. A close-knit crew is indispensable out in the open sea. I know there's talk about me feats in reaching to it all, but in truth I couldn't have done it without my fellow explorers. Wherever the winds might take us, I consider it my duty to get us all there and back in one piece. Right, we'll be entering Shades Triangle any moment now. Look sharp. And ho! That's what I sound like. Hold steady. We'll sail straight forward. Aye, aye. And how is this gonna go wrong? And how is the crazy old man gonna factor in? Huh. Huh? There's that blasted island. We just had it in our sights. We're blind spotted off the starboard stern. Alright, we need someone not to blink. What? Don't tell me we careened right past it. Get this hulk turned around. Don't look away. It's a quantum island. God damn it. Lost sight of the damn thing again. Shifting Mirage was right on the money. The isle itself was moving, the waves would be surging right over the bulwark. This is no natural phenomenon. Something's messing with our perception. The fuck? What am I, a new type? Oh. Ye deserved. Heed my call. What are we doing? Hello? Fucking... I heed, but I'm not sure I follow. Who are you talking to? A strange voice, you say? I didn't hear a thing. I have some experience with this, believe it or not. What in the... I've lost control of the rudder. It's like something's reeling us in. That's a different guy. I gave him the same voice. Guts. Deja vu. Couldn't be the island, could it? What is it with fade to whites in Dawn Trail? Oh, we made it. I expected to wake up on a beach. How's the hull looking? No obvious damage, but the ship's stuck fast. Almost as if we've dropped anchor. Perfectly docked and without a single scratch. There ain't a helmsman alive who could have managed that. I fear she'll end up like that if we try and shift her. I reckon we were brought here by some sort of arcane trickery. Trap 2, most likely. Magic's right into our destination. Quite the stroke of luck, if you ask me. Again, I have some experience. Well, there's nothing for it but to get this expedition underway. Okay. That voice you heard on the ship. I'm starting to wonder whether that wasn't some kind of summons. Glad to have you with us regardless. Would you believe it's not the first time that happened? I'm just glad I'm still on this reflection of reality. Because last time this happened, it didn't go super well. In fact, a lot of people got their souls pulled out of their bodies. Which was not great. Very inconvenient at the time. As for the isle itself, I'd assumed it was uninhabited. Certainly wasn't expecting to come across this phantom village. Say that again. Like as not, where there's some sort of ward encompassing the island to keep us here. That said, there's a chance ethereal currents could circumvent the ward, assuming you can tap into one. Might be worth a try if adventure calls you elsewhere. Any road, as much as I'd like to gather the crew and get stuck right in, we'd better secure the perimeter first. Oh, and I thought I'd give you a journal to jot down your findings along the way. But you got notes. Yeah, there's more than a few folk out there that appreciate a record of your exploits here. Fill those pages and give them something to sink their teeth into. Okay. Interact with the ethereal current by the moored ship. Corresponding current hides Hyde Harbor, facilitates travel back to the Occult Crescent. Okay. Occult record unlocked. You can write stuff down now. Collection expanded Occult record. Okay. Squeeze me. Cult record 1. Kent Ram. Yep. Okay. Moving on. That sneeze was actually me pronouncing his name. Odd. Not a single soul about. He's pondering though. You better take a look around while Offengan stands guard. As long as the ship's safe, so are all our provisions on board. That means one less worry while we're getting our bearings. I like her hair. Like short, swept back look. Reminds me of, oh fuck, what actresses am I thinking of? I guess technically a bunch of actresses have had it, but doesn't matter. Let me know if you find anything of interest. Okay. Faintly glowing stone. Likely carved by skilled hands, this ether-infused stone exudes a faint glow. It is unclear whether the stone emits light naturally or if some internal mechanism is causing the illumination. Okay. Sprint is still the same here. Makes sense, this is a combat zone. Where's my return command? Right there. Foliage choking the building and the overall state of decay suggests it has been abandoned for some time, left to the mercy of the elements. Okay. Not a lot of folks here, copy that. Survey points. Oh, got it. It's just like sightseeing. 2 shipwrecks are visible in the eerily still bay, no doubt once crewed by brave sailors seeking the inner reaches of Shade's Triangle. Judging from their orientation, the vessels must have sunk while attempting to leave the island. There's no telling whether the souls on board were also lost to the waves. If you finish investigating the area, Kent Round will be keen to know of your findings. Ow. I'm excited to see what the Viper relics look like, because since Viper's a new job, it doesn't have a lot of options for fancy weapons. I hope it's good. I'm guessing you're no closer to solving the island's mysteries either. Looking at these structures, I'd say the settlement's ancient. The original inhabitants may be long gone, but I was half hoping to find a few survivors from the wrecks at the very least. Anyhow, these buildings in particular took me interest. I managed to force the lock. I don't want you to think I make a habit of breaking locks in general skullduggery, other than when strictly necessary, of course. Let's take a look inside, shall we? Hello? Housekeeping? Oh, that's good. Is that a corpse in the corner? I can't tell what that is. Don't open the tomb. Don't do it. A sarcophagus, do you reckon? Oh, it's just broken pots, okay. I wouldn't get too close if I were you. I sense arcane trickery afoot. These candles aren't being kept alight by natural means, that's for damn sure. Cat and ram. Practice what you preach. Just as I thought. Experience tells me a word like this will have us jumping through hoops to dispel it. The lighting here is very good. Oh. Only he deserved may lay claim. Let me see what I can do. Worst case scenario, it explodes and I probably survive. I'm just built different, what can I say? Not sure which is a more confounding mystery. Your magic touch or this godforsaken rock we're standing on. You got the touch! You got the power! I can't hit that note. Ooh, okay. Is that a tonberry? It is! A former Nimian scholar. A tonberry. Ah, thoroughly refreshed and raring to go. And who might you two be? The song is like the best song to come out of Endwalker, just because it's so perfect for so many scenes that they can now write. Wasn't expecting the common tongue. You take me for some benighted fool? Ah, but perhaps a valid supposition, given my current form. You stand before the archive, the very definition of erudition. Now hurry up and introduce yourselves. Hi, I'm the most powerful person in the universe. This is my friend. Oh, Lance is it? Those keen, searching eyes of yours. Clearly, you have an inquisitive mind like no other. Save my own, that is. I'm Ketneram, an explorer hailing from Limsa Lamensa. We're here on an expedition backed by the nation of Tuliolol. Limsa what now? Tuliolol? I visited each of the 12 city-states and learned all there is to know about their people and cultures, but those names ring unfamiliar. I think a whole nation would elude me. Tell me, when exactly was this Tuliolol founded? I have a feeling I know what age you're from, and it's not this one. I did the Scholar quest line. I think I know who you are. In general, at least. The 7th Astral Era? I moved to the island to avoid spreading the affliction that left me as you see, and I promptly fell into a deep slumber. If memory serves, such a plague swept the realm at the end of the 5th Astral Era. And that'd mean you've been asleep for more than 1,500 years. That would explain why I feel so well rested. Now that I'm awake, I should very much like to see what has become of the Isle. So I wonder if we're going to get 5th Astral Era knowledge here. With more Nimian stuff. I don't remember the Scholar quest line super well, but I know it had to do with the tonberries and that stuff. I certainly don't recall the memorial fountain being so begrimed with algae. Perhaps you do speak the truth. This is remarkably well kept for 1500 years old, with no upkeep. And this strange ether I sense pervading the island. Could it be a ward of sorts? The noggin's still foggy after that eon's long slumber. There was a time when I knew all kinds of things. The name of every battle, the weight of all the riches in the world to the ounce. I was a wise old man, a gushing font of knowledge. Say, I could be a real boon for your expedition once I get up to speed. I shall join you on your endeavors. Let's venture forth into this mysterious isle. I'm not going to make any promises. And as there's nothing in this settlement out to kill us, I think it's time we get the crew ashore and earn their keep. I'll be right back. Hopefully we can learn more about the isle from our newfound co-conspirator. Okay. The archive. Okay. What do you got for us, archive? Unfamiliar territory. Would you care to elaborate on what brought you here? I was bored. So this isle lies in the heart of Shade's Triangle, and many a ship has gone missing in these waters. You mentioned the wrecks out in the bay. It's not unreasonable to think that some of these sailors would have made it ashore. Why did no one try to wake me? The door to your chamber was tightly barred. I'm still puzzled by the strange voice that only I can hear. Yeah, I feel like that's pretty important. Let's talk more about that. You mean to imply that someone summoned you here? Clearly it wasn't me. I've been sound asleep for the last 4 millennia, give or take. What a tantalizing conundrum. We simply must get to the bottom of this. Hello? Is it knowledge you seek? Really is just the Scholar questline. Huh? What manner of creature is this? Familiar to me, thinks. Looks like the fairies employed by Nimian scholars of Eld. Was it you summoned her? Me? Preposterous. I would have summoned something more... statuesque. How rude. My name is Iris, and I certainly wasn't called forth by a wizened little wretch like you. Wizened? You mean wise, you petulant little whelp? Honestly, you would never summon a companion so lacking in manners. I know exactly what I meant, and you, sir, are lacking in wisdom. A seal has been placed upon your worldly knowledge, thus preventing its use. You can only speak of that which the rotund individual over here has seen and learned firsthand. Is that so? Well, that explains why I can't muster the faintest mote of magic. I tried to heal myself earlier to no avail. Centuries of sleep on that cold stone slab really took its toll on my lower back. Enough of you and your aching bones. Iris, where's your master? Fuck if I know. Let me try a different tack. Why were you summoned here? I don't know. Looks like someone else has had their knowledge sealed away. If I'm wizened and lacking in wisdom, then you're not but an unfamiliar. I'll tell you one thing. That fairy was steeped in the same ether permeating the island. As I surmise, there's a strange ward covering this island in its entirety. No doubt those ships in the bay were caught in its pull. Well, wards can't just cast themselves, meaning someone's responsible for those poor souls who perish in the Shades Triangle. Methinks our focus ought to be finding out what we can find about this individual. And let's not forget that strange voice you keep hearing. For all we know, it could be connected in some way. Alright, let's go speak with Jeffrey over yonder. You ought to have word on progress at the base camp. Okay. And I thought the base camp would be here, but I guess they're going to put it somewhere else. I guess it's just the landing. Hello, Jeff Roy. Parents couldn't decide on a name. They just picked two at once, huh? You'll be pleased to hear that preparations are well underway. I sent the advance party to scout ahead while the ship's being unloaded. They've already found an ideal spot to stage forays in the island's southern reaches and are setting up camp as we speak. When you're ready to head out, just say the word. Once we're out in the field, you'll have to speak with Kent Ram and decide how to proceed. A support crew will be stationed here in town. You should avail yourself of their services if you're in need. And if you're after a weaponsmith, word is we hired a truly remarkable craftsman for the expedition. Judging by his reputation, you'll soon have your weapons honed to deadly perfection. I think I know him. Is it Geralt? Our smithy will be set up over yonder. Do drop by if you're interested. Well, that's all for me. Give me a shout when you're ready to make for the encampment. Is it our boy Geralt? That poor fucking bastard. You stand upon the Occult Crescent, an uncharted island in the heart of the Shades Triangle. Okay. Disciple of War and Magic, level 100 or above. Average item level 690. Item level we sync to 700. Yep, we read the patch notes, so we know all about this. Oh, this is an FF5 theme. So one of the town themes, I think? It's a nice arrangement. There's all the people. Alright, let's go over here. Just make sure that's... Yeah, we should do this first. Start the relic quest line. Arcane Artistry. Lidurciel. Sale? Lidurciel? Oh, is he the crazy old man? That's funny. Admiral Reprobate. Wouldn't be surprised if we found him floating in the sea. Oh, I've needed the smithy, do you? I'm afraid we ain't up and running yet. Truth be told, the weaponsmith we hired bolted before he could finish setting up shop. A master of his craft, by all accounts, but he's been nothing but trouble since he set foot on the ship. Kept trying to escape, so we threw him in the hold. Our woes didn't end there, though. Drank most of the booze we brought along for the expedition. I tell you, the bugger was half pickled by the time we hauled him out. Anyway, the bastard's now gone and disappeared. The fellow you speak of sounds vaguely familiar. You're either already acquainted with the scoundrel, or yours is home to more cantankerous weaponsmiths than I'd thought. Needless to say, there ain't many folk willing to sell for Shades Triangle. While we were scratching around trying to find someone, a certain enterprising woman put us in touch. Oh no. Anybody but her. They say there ain't a finer weaponsmith alive today, but he drinks like a sailor on shore leave and is up to his neck in debt. He signed up for the expedition to settle his dues. Any road can't have gotten far. Not like there's any way off this rock. If he's half as good as they say, I reckon it'll be a boon for your adventuring. Keep your eyes peeled. If you run into a shirtless rum-soaked good-for-nothing by the name of Geralt, tell him to come see me. It's your boy, Geralt. Of course. Who else but this poor sack of crap. We'll know Final Fantasy is ending when he finally gets his debt settled and he gets sober. Until that point, his game is going strong. There he is. Don't look surprised. You knew. Not a drop of rum to be had in this bloody ghost town. And there's no mention of Sage Triangle, and I signed the goddamn contract. Talk about false bloody pretenses. More fool me for trusting that oily hearted, eh? Who the hell's it? Oh, bugger me. Can't I do one bleeding job without you showing your ugly mug? That said, there's never a dull moment when us two team up. How about we finish the job sharpish and get off this desolate rock, eh? Welcome back. I have been talking to you for years now. It's always you. You must have had a hard time coaxing them back. Apologies for all the trouble. Right, with the smithy up and running, it's high time you started earning your keep. Listen here, do you really think I'm gonna sully me hammer and tongs knocking out work any village smith with a half a brain could handle? No, nothing less than the nigh impossible feats of genius stoke me fire these days. As the impotent sod drank the old dry, racking up more debt in the process. You're hardly in a position to dictate terms. It does seem daft to fork over eye-water and sums to hire for yours his finest weaponsmith, only having forging plain old swords and shields. Any ideas, adventurer? I got a couple. I'm sure yours his finest weaponsmith has his own ideas. He usually does. He does, as a matter of fact, devising a new means of refining weapons and armor. I couldn't help notice all the aether permeating the place. Reckon I'll tap into that somehow. Of course, I'll need raw materials. Some magic warped ore from the isle should do just the trick. If it's ores you're after, our surveyors soon will be conducting a preliminary excavation. Is that all you need to start? Hardly. If that were the case, any old fool could do the job. Magical properties can be fleeting and elusive. Without a means to properly harness the ether, there's every chance the ore to degrade in the process. Now you'll require something else besides raw materials. Any inkling as to what that might be? Sometimes a foul beastie in the throes of death will leave behind a crystallized chunk of their life essence. I've used the stuff in the past, and while it ain't exactly common, I'd wager you'll find it on this bastard rock. Not that it's unique to this island, mind. I'm sure you'll find it elsewhere too. Oh, is that telling you, hey, you can get it elsewhere other than just this place? That's always nice. Does this mysterious crystal have a name? Indeed it does. Demi-Atma. Almost said material. Thanks for providing the spark our weaponsmith needed. Looks like he's committed to fulfilling his contractual duties at the very least. Say, how'd you feel about handling the fiend-felling part of the gambit? While you're out requiring Demi-Atma, I'll see how amenable Geralt is to helping around the smithy. I reckon that's a reasonable division of labor. Okay. Ooh, a new jingle. Demi-Atma obtainable. Obtained from fates and critical encounters in the Occult Crescent South Horn. It can also be obtained from fates in other regions. These reasons are Urkopacha, Kozama, Uka, Yaktel, Shell, One Heritage, Found Living Memory. Oh, okay. So if you just do fates in the Dawn Trail areas, you can pick these up. So this is just like the crystal section of Heavensward, which was always a pain in the ass. Because farming fates is boring. But you can either farm fates or you can do this. And it looks like you only need one, so instead of needing one from each area, so 6 different crystals, which was always a pain in the ass. Okay. We'll see what the drop rates are. If they're really bad, I'll be very unhappy. Here we go. Man, the FF5 soundtrack is so good. Occult Crescent South Horn. Ooh, the bubbles in this guy is pretty fun. There's the pyramid, of course. This is a familiar motif. What is this? Is this from FF5 or is this a Dawn Trail theme? I actually can't tell. I know I've heard it. I think it's from FF5 because I can't think of what Dawn Trail theme this could be. I can't tell. Fuck. I'm gonna have to look it up later. The fuck was that? Oh, it's every time I hover over this. I see. Alright, let's move this right here. Make a little room. Be hard pressed to find a better location to stage an expedition than this. And I think we'd able to find something akin to the Aetherite. With any luck, there'll be a few more dotted around the isle to avail ourselves of. Make sure you tune with this one before leaving camp. Thank you for reminding me, because I would have forgotten. Speaking of leaving, our defense party scouted the area and brought back a few bits and bobs of interest. Garakayev was appraising the cache, but he soon scarpered off and started poking around that heap of rubble. You better see what he's up to. Oh, of course, people are using the Advent Children motorcycle because that naturally goes faster. It's always annoying. Alright, you were over here. Shoot base camp. There you are. I've got something. Crystalline to show you. It's a JO crystal. It's already charged. Well, mysteries never end. Aha! Just as I thought. Because you laid eyes on the crystal, I was able to tap into my wealth of learning on the topic. This sealed knowledge business is awfully frustrating, I must say. What I handed you is a soul shard from the 5th Astral Era. Contained within is a phantasmal record of arcane arts and combat disciplines pioneered by the 12 city-states of Eld. This is how you get your phantom jobs. I'm sure the methods you modern combatants employ are far more refined than those of my day. Nonetheless, you might benefit from learning the old ways of waging war. Under normal circumstances, I'd find myself a soul shard and fight alongside you, but I can't access what's inside. Thwarted again by that seal that diminutive little scallywag spoke of. Given that you were summoned here especially, I dare say you'll have no trouble using it, however. Go on, try fixing it to your garb. Drops it down his pants. Is it working? Oh shit, it's working. You unlocked the following phantom jobs. The soul shard in your possession gives you access to 3 phantom jobs: Phantom Knight, Phantom Monk, and Phantom Bard. The supplementary jobs can each be selected with the phantom job window. Yep, okay. We learned about this already. Cool. So, what should we start with? We got Phantom Guard, Ray, Occult Heal. Okay, so Knight is your healer. Maybe Tank as well. Monk is your DPS. Kick, Counter, Counter Stance, Occult Chakra. Enhanced Phantom Kick, Enhanced Phantom Kick 2. Classic. It's of Aria, Romeo's Ballad, Mighty March, Hero's Rhyme. This looks like your buffer. Your support. So I guess Knight is tank. I guess, I don't know, maybe there's not just a strict tank DPS healer here. Let's go with... I'd like being able to heal in the field. It was really useful in Bosja. Let's pick Knight. I picked Bard. Whoops. Add some actions or special actions that are available to the course of duties. Depending on taking duty, you may select 5 random actions to split your job actions. Cool. That is down here. I need to move that up. Reduces damage taken by 60%. 120-second cooldown. Okay, great. All right. I will be right back. I'm just going to go to the bathroom real fast. And we'll continue on. I'm back. Hey, Doppel. Thank you for the 5th month of Tier 1. Appreciate that very much. Welcome in. How you doing? Hopefully well. Oh, of course I got kicked out because I was, AFK. Back in we go. You're just in time for us to start, checking out the Occult Crescent and seeing what's going on. Alright. Doing well? Good, good. I gotta talk to you. For a second, I thought that said Archie. I'm tempted to start calling him that. Excellent. It would seem you've managed to interface with the Soul Shard. There is one caveat. I believe it will only work within the confines of the island's ward. Nonetheless, as you accumulate more knowledge, you'll soon be able to draw on more potent techniques. What's more, I don't think that's the only Soul Shard on the island. I'm positive you'll acquire others on your travels. The more you possess, the greater the array of ancient techniques you'll have at your fingertips. Well, I shan't keep you from your excursions any longer, though you better speak to that imposing lass over there before you depart. It's a leveling zone. Why be the level 100 job? So actually, you need a level 100 job to do this content. I'm also kind of surprised that the level requirement is not 91, but is in fact 100. I kind of don't like it, and I hope it gets changed. Because that means from 90 to 100, there's just really no good content for you to level up to that point, outside of just like your basic roulettes. Like I guess maybe the Deep Dungeon, Eureka Orthos in Endwalker? I guess. I don't know how good that is for actually leveling up a job, though. I can't remember if Deep Dungeons are a good source of XP. Yeah, like pretty much just roulettes, like your daily roulettes and your weekly Are there weekly bonuses? Actually, I don't think there are. But yeah, just your daily roulettes. And then after your daily roulettes, I think the fastest way to do it is probably just queuing up for the highest level dungeon you have access to and just keep running that. I think that's the fastest if you can get people to queue for it. Beyond that, probably the deep dungeon. Yeah, I'm a little disappointed that this is not 91 to 100. You have to be 100 to do this. I guess maybe for the next expansion it's going to be better. You can level up from 100 to 110. These walls have seen better days, but they're solid enough. As long as we secure the entrances, the camp will be safe when you're roaming the Isle. Roman's all well and good, but yeah, you'll need a firm plan of action to make any headway. Before you leave, let's consider our approach. Phantom jobs. One of those is a fucking cannon. I caught that. Seems to me the more we learn about this island, the further we get from unraveling its secrets. There's the voice only you can hear, the Isle of Wild Ward, the seal on the archive's knowledge, that fairy familiar and her master, not to mention that finding a settlement on such a remote island is passing strange to begin with. But before we get to satisfying our curiosity, we've a more pressing concern to address. Safety. The crew are peerless, yourself included, but I've seen negligence and lack of preparation lay low the finest explorers. Which is why I intend to thoroughly appraise the threats lurking beyond these walls. As our resident freelancer extraordinaire, hey, that's me, it says so right here. I want you to fell 3 different species of fiend and share your findings from each encounter. At the very least, it'll be an opportunity to test that crystal of yours. Provide me with any information you gather. The more you see and share, the more we chip away at that blasted seal. Yes, this is, Fort Tower is here. It was in the patch notes that they mentioned it, that this is the... Fort Tower is like the big, big important, you know, high-level content. Oh, this map is large. Okay. Keep that in mind. Crescent Bandersnatch. I have a feeling I'm probably not going to recognize a lot of the creature names. I'm probably going to forget. God, I love the Awaken combo. It's so extra and it's so fun. Alright, one of those. Is that damaging you a little? It's probably out damaging like my non-burst DPS. Will I get help for this? Will I count if I help you kill this? Nope. That's fine. Oh, we would probably out-damage the shit out of a healer, but it can't out-heal them. It can't out-damage their healing. The special duty skill is based on what job you have equipped. For me, it's 120-second cooldown, and I reduce damage taken by 60%. Which is a pretty good emergency button. Not sure how often I should be using it. 120-second cooldown is a bit long. I'm saving it for an emergency. As long as I enter each battle with enough XP, that's all that matters. Did it always show individual quests creatures on the map like this? I don't think it did. I think it's new. Yeah, take it it can. We're using the Night Phantom job. Which, you know, we know what Night is about. Although in this it's more close to like other games' Knights because it has like healing and stuff. It's more of a paladin. Yes, this is the game with the Berserker, and in fact, on that note, if I check the entry for Phantom Jobs, I'm pretty sure right here, might be hard to see on stream, but there's a little icon that's like a fur hood, like with like a wolf's head as a hat. I'm pretty sure that's Berserker, because that was the gear, that was the way the gear looked in FF5, and we saw some of the gear that I assume you get from this, and they have like the Berserker outfit. So I'm fairly certain that's what that is. It's also got like a weird, like almost privateer outfit that I don't know what is pulling the reference from. You can check the patch notes and see what I'm talking about. It's they have a picture of it. Imagine Berserker acts like how it was in game. Yeah, I'd be surprised to see how they handle it. I mean, yeah, Warrior's already kind of Berserker in the first place. Just like by default in FF14. So I'm not sure how Berserker will add on to that. Dispatch those fiends and share your findings. You might partake of my unsealed wisdom. Encountered a whole herd of gorilla. It's rare indeed to see such notoriously territorial creatures band together. Mayhap it's a regional adaptation. Let's see. Also vanquished a flying lizard and a bandersnatch. The former are known for their treetop nests, and the latter are often found prowling mountainous regions in search of prey. I'm no naturalist, but they don't sound like species you'd normally find on an island such as this. I suppose someone could have transported them here, but why go to all that trouble? I can answer that. Or at least I could, were it not for that vexatious seal. In other words, we're relying on Lance to document what he finds on his travels. Honestly, I'm starting to think I just wasn't far off the mark about you. Roam far and wide, Lance. Help me unseal my vast reserves of knowledge, and thus prove this lumbering clod wrong. Garula so close to Garuda, I wonder what the etymology would say. I'm not sure the etymology goes too deep, but I could be wrong. The local fauna surveyed, I suggest we now seek signs of former habitation. There are plenty of structures besides the settlement you found me in. To start, I want you to visit the ruins visible due south of the encampment and examine their architectural motifs. I look forward to hearing your account. Panama. Unlock relevant entries in the occult record. Ooh. Unique jingle. That's fun. Alright. Oh, right. Knowledge level is different from job level. Okay. So what do we need? Hang on. What relevant entries? Tree line south of camp. Okay. South is this way. Was it worth just like killing these guys? I'm not sure what the best way to level in this is because this is brand new content. Man, when I'm the only one watching the combat of, I forget how crazy the Reawaken combo is. It's so extra. 10 phantom experience, 6 knowledge. Okay, so not nothing, but not a ton. And I can't make a chain with them because they don't have the icon above them, so we will... Oh yeah, I can use my mount here. Let's not worry about farming these guys too much until we find stuff we can chain. Mount speed will be default. I'm sure at some point you can buy a thing that speeds you up, same as Bosja. But you'll need we'll need currency for that. Which is weird that I've gotten 16 gold pieces and I have no silver ones. I thought I would have gotten the silver ones first. You can buy a mount off the shop, which is the motorcycle from FF7 Advent Children. But I haven't done that. Lost Citadel. Okay, then I think I can go back. Oh, is my return thing different? Yeah, Occult return. You get free return, which is super nice. Ooh, excuse me. What do the ruins divulge? Don't spare a single detail. Oh, my noggin's awash with unlocked knowledge. The structure you explored sounds to me like an Ampidori keep. I recognize that. The mages of Ampidor are famed for having developed white magic with its focus on restorative and purifying arts. It was the depths of such bastions that they honed their arcane craft. But ancient Ampidor was located in the present-day Twelveswood. I've never heard tell of their people striking out this far into the Indigo Deep. I wonder where all that stone was sourced from. Given that transporting vast quantities of stone by ship is unfeasible, it stands to reason that some manner of quarry exists here on the island. I sense I know a great deal more, but alas, the seal prevents me from expounding further. Might you revisit the ruins and retrieve a sample of the stonework, preferably something imbued with ether? In the heart of the keep, there ought to be a ceremonial chamber where they would have brought their creations to life. A magic chunk of masonry from such a place would surely suffice. Critical encounter. That's close by. Should we try that? I think it sinks, so. I'm in the middle of Ishgard and I've been wondering, is there a dragon mount, like a mini Nidhogg? Not one that looks just like Nidhogg or like Hraesvelgr, but there are a couple different dragon mounts. Yes, that archive is very specifically a Tonberry. He escaped from Nim during the calamity of the Fifth Age. The fifth Umbral Calamity, to avoid spreading the Tonberry Plague, and came here and was asleep for 1500 years. If you do the Scholar quest line, you'll get a lot of information about that. That's how I know about all that stuff. Tonberry Plague? Yeah. Do the... Oh, you can get a car? I didn't know that. If you do the Scholar quest line, you'll learn about it. Alright, I guess I'll just make my own group. Never mind. Wow. Some people have not stopped since this patch released. What do you mean you're level 19? Jesus. That's a fun mount. I don't know where you get that from. The Dawn Trail Extreme mounts are super cool, but I just don't want to do that content on level. I'll look forward to getting them eventually. That's a big Garula. Neo Garula. Alright. Squash, is that back away? Not sure what that was. Rest in peace, bitrate. What's my favorite mount? My favorite mount is pretty simple. It's the White Griffin mount that you can get in Stormblood. It's one of the Allied Society mounts. It's super simple. It's literally just like a griffin that's colored white, but I really like it. I don't know why. I don't know what the fuck that means. Oh, I see. Oh, no. I get hit. Oh, your favorite so far is the Chocobo? I mean, how can you not love the Chocobo? It's a classic. I do definitely have a soft spot in my heart for the Chocobo. In fact, you can actually color your Chocobo. If you have a free company and a stable. Or a house. A house also works, but free company's easier. I'm dead. Yep. Fuck. Lightning charge forward. Okay. Staggered AoE. Oh! That Kunai's Bane. Oh. That's ninja stuff. I really gotta figure out what they did to ninja and Dawn Trail. They changed it a fair bit. So he's gonna go over that way, so that happens. And he explodes. Oh, I see, okay. So he explodes, and he also sends it out on the cross. Got it. That's not too bad. I still don't know what squash is. Maybe just a tank buster? Yeah, people are gonna die, like, everywhere during these. It was the same in Bosja. Well, at least people who do it now generally know what they're doing, but it's pretty typical when there's just this many people and it's new content. Oh. Oh, I got 2 bones from that. Yeah, I think when he doesn't do the lightning cross, I think that's when he does. I think he targets someone and then cleaves towards them, but I'm not sure how to tell which one he's targeting. I think there's a line towards them, but I'm not super sure. Is that on the cusp there? It was. Almost didn't make it. Oh, I think I actually didn't make it. I have a third ball stack that I don't know how I got. That's a raid wide. Okay, so Berserk Rush is the one where he cleaves. Is it just straight out? Oh, I think it's just straight out. Okay, I thought he maybe targeted someone. Cool. Oh yeah, and I get tombstones for this. Yeah, I think I got hit by his charge. I think you're right. Alright. That's just like Bozja. Nothing too crazy. Cool. Alright, and I'm still... Yeah, right, I gotta get the Demi-Atma just from doing stuff, and hopefully it drops. So again, I keep forgetting that I can move and call my mount. Oh, my Phantom Knight leveled up. Move this further. Okay, let me put a hotkey for this. Keybinds under hotbar. I thought it was duty action. Oh, it is. Okay, it's just not listed. That's fine. So I can use that to swap between them, and then use the top one to select. Oh, I did get 200 silver, you're right. I think maybe these 16 I got for doing the quest. The quest line. That's probably what it is. What is Prey? Gradually restores HP, cure potency 300 or 3000. Duration 30 seconds. Additional effect grants enduring fortitude to stealth and nearby party members when executed within proximity of a knowledge crystal. Reduces target damage taken by 10%. Interesting. Okay. So these knowledge crystals are like areas. They're just like rocks somewhere around that if you do stuff next to them, you get buffs or like enhances your actions. Kind of weird. The duration is 30 seconds. Enduring fortitude, 30 minutes, yeah. I think they're meant as like you find a knowledge crystal and then you buff up there and then you go out to adventure. I think is the idea. Oh, I didn't get any drops, did I? No. Oh, a treasure coffer. A fortune carrots. I think you just use these, right? I sense no happy bunnies in the area. Okay, so I have to keep an eye out for rabbits and then use that, and I think they'll give me something. Oh, these critical coal encounters are quite fast. How do I get in here? Do I have to go all the way around? Tiny Potato Man bike? All Lalafell mounts are Tiny Potato mounts. That's what makes them great. Another common Lalafell W. Ah. Thank you, random NPC, or NPC. You're a person. Thank you, random person, for showing me the way. I'll help. Weird there's no battle theme here. Yeah, if it's a high enough level, it'll have a chain marker. But they're still like pretty high level, so I'm a little worried. Yeah, Crescent Ghost. That's like 3... Oh, it's only 2 levels higher than me. Maybe I can kill it. I'll use some of my duty actions. God, the Reawaken combo is so extra. I love it so much. Oh, that just gave me gold pieces. I guess you should get them for killing random enemies. Okay. I have that same weapon. Great. Back. We'll focus on the quest line until either we can't or there's no more quests. That's the best way to do it. Oh, and the mount that I'm talking about, by the way, is... Let me pull it up. There's a lot of mounts that I like, but for whatever reason, True Griffin. This is the one I'm talking about. It's literally just a griffin in white. It's like nothing crazy. But for whatever reason, like, this is my canon mount. Like, if my character exists in the world, in the narrative, this is the mount he rides. I just really like him. He's got a very satisfying flight animation that I can't show you because I can't fly in here. The other mount that I really like is one that's from the store, which is Odin's mount. Sleipnir. His horse design is really, really cool in this. Doesn't have 6 legs, but still, very cool horse. And the only other one that I can think of that I really like is mainly for sentimental reasons, because this was one of my first mounts, which is Fenrir, which is 1,000,000 MGP at the Gold Saucer, and I grinded my butt off to get this guy, and I still really like him. It's really cool. When he flies, he gets like an eyesore, and it's pretty neat. I tried setting up a macro so that I can get the pop-out class job thing like you, but I can't figure out the macros. So here's the thing. I actually cheated. And by cheated, I mean this pop-out hotbar that you're seeing right here. Literally all this is a macro that when I hit it, hides this hotbar and shows these hotbars. This hotbar on the side is 2 hotbars over top of each other, and one is hidden and one is not. And it's just showing them when I hit the button and hiding the other. I can literally show you the macro here. Shared. Extra hot on, it's literally hotbar 10, 9, 8, and 7, and 4 on, hotbar 6 off. And the other button is the opposite. It's the inverse. As you can see, there's 2 hotbars right here. There's hotbar 4, here's hotbar 6, and they're just on top of each other. When I hit this button, all these hotbars pop up. I cheated. There is, I think this is the only way to get this effect. Unfortunately, there's no, like, toggleable macro. So you just have to have 2 different macros and 2 different hotbars. Which is why I'm running out of hotbars. I think I've used almost all of them. Yep. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's all of them. If I run out of hotbars for this, I will literally have to change my layout. I'm hoping not a lot of more buttons get added. Yeah, that's how you do that. Alright. Just keep this up here, I guess. It's kind of a convenient spot. Here we go. Except the macro pop up the class changer thing that you can get from the character panel. Oh, you mean like popping up the that actual like menu, just opening that menu with a button? That works too. The thing where when I hit this and it does a little snap, that's actually a macro itself. All it is it plays an emote, which is snap, which I think is from the shop. And then I change to gear set 35 and glamour plate 13, which is what this line is. You can also, if you want to have them in your hotbar, if you open up the classes and jobs thing, go to gear set list, you can just drag and drop these. There's Goldsmith, for example. And if you hit this, it will just automatically change to that gear set, and you can link a glamour plate to it. But I wanted the extra flair, because I bought the emote, and damn it, I was going to use it. That's what the blacksmith is up here. It's just by dragging and dropping that. But honestly, if I wasn't so anal about it and I needed another hotbar, I'd probably just do what you are currently doing, which just pops open this menu. Because effectively, it's the same thing. I just like having them organized. And it's kind of hard to organize this window. Because the only way to like move them quickly is by right-clicking and moving set up and down, which is kind of a pain. If you have every class in the game unlocked. But anyways. On with your UI. Alright. Oh, a fine sample indeed. I can feel the shuttered chambers of my mind creaking open. In short, it was not the Ampidori who built those structures. You mean to say it was the work of the familiars? You're half right. The residual magics within this stone are the same I felt emanating from Iris. It was her master that built those ruins. I thought Iris was Nimian. You'd reckon whoever summoned her could also command Ampidori golems. Indeed. We're dealing with an individual rivaling my own considerable talents. Unfortunately, I can't access the rest of my knowledge concerning the matter. I'm afraid that will require more field work on your part, my friend. And considering all we have seen thus far, there are doubtless signs of other civilizations here on this island. See if you can't find the ruins of 3 distinct civilizations out there. That should prove a sufficient sample size. Okay. He's gonna turn into a Tonberry King. I'm trying to think, has there been a Tonberry King in this game? There's been big Tonberries. But I'm trying to think of like a boss that was a Tonberry King, and I can't think of one. Let's unlock relevant entries in the Occult record. I wish they gave you more information. Like, where do I have to go? Does it say in here? No. Expedition advisor, maybe? No, this is just the, certain shops sell equipment imbued with special enhancements that only take effect when more within Occult Crescent areas. Oh, right, of course, they have gear. Of course they do. Where is that, actually? Is that you? Oh, there's a knowledge stone right here. So if I pray here... Yeah, then I get enduring fortitude. Okay. That's pretty straightforward. Ah, here we go. Let's check the gold piece exchange here. Battlecraft items. Oh, you can get other soul shards through this. Samurai, Geomancer, Thief, all familiar. Occult Coffer. Oh, you need this to use Zeninage for Samurai. That's funny. You also sell them for 10,000 gil. Jesus. Or I guess you can buy them for 10,000 gil from somewhere else, or you can spend the gold. Not cheap, but accurate. The Tycoon set. Oh, there's like glam in here. Oh shit, hang on. Oh wait, whoops. Tycoon. Well, this is referencing Tycoon in FF5. What is... Is this a character's outfit? I don't think this is King Tycoon. I want to say this is, the princess. I forgot her name. Serana? Sarah? Something like that. Could be her. It's hard because it's definitely based on the original Yoshitaka Amano art, which does not translate well to the pixel art. How about this one? How does it die? Good question. That is a very, very important question. We'll use... Let me just use some bright colors so I can see the zones. We'll use neon pink and neon green. Okay. Not bad for a headpiece. Okay. Kind of sucks that it dyes this metal part as well as the green part of the sash. That kind of locks you into very specific colors, but not terrible. And the pink is pretty effective. Dyes the whole thing fairly well. Fairly straightforward. It's a pretty simple piece, so that's not surprising. Okay, this also dyes the metal part and the main cloth parts. Okay, it dyes both the under part and the laces themselves, I think. But the dye on the lace is very subtle. That's not a big deal. And then the green metal. Okay. They've been pretty good about the new stuff they've been adding as far as dye. It's really the old stuff that, like, is really a crapshoot as to whether or not it's going to dye well or not. There's glass in the back part that's also dyed on the boots. Oh, you're right. Okay. That might be a little annoying if you don't want that part to be the same color as the interior, but I don't think it's too bad. Let's see this. I have no idea which character this is supposed to be. Maybe Bart's? This looks too regal for Bart's. Bit of a shame that this gold can't be recolored. I almost would have taken that over the green accents. Yeah, this headpiece looks similar to the Tycoon hairpiece. For sure. Okay, this is the same problem. Where you can dye it pretty well. You can dye the main colors, but it's the metal part you can't change. Which is not the worst thing in the world, because generally when they have metal parts that you can't dye, they use the same metal coloring for other gear. They have like a default gold color that kind of matches well. Or at least close enough that unless you look really, really closely, you can't tell that it's different. Is it the... Oh, there's also this big red part on the arms that you can't, whoops. And you can't, dye. That's a little unfortunate. That's a pretty vibrant red that you can't change. I also don't like how weirdly asymmetrical it is. Why is this one glove shorter than the other? That bothers me. The coat's pretty nice, though. I do like the coat. It dyes the majority of it pretty well. You can't dye the waistcoat super well. It's got like that blue and that purple that you can't change. Which isn't ideal, but you can kind of work around it. And that could be a good accent you could put on to dye on other parts. If you wanted to make it a little more cohesive. Yeah, I think that the name Sure Whiz is just made up. Or if it's a reference to something in FF5, I have no idea what it is. Maybe like a localized name. It definitely works pretty well as an overall piece. I'm just not sure how much use you can get out of it by mixing it with other pieces. So it's not the best, but it could be worse. Hey, Sprout, welcome in. Been a while, it has. How you doing? The waist piece over the groin isn't dyeable. This one? Yes, this is the new, new Eureka, new Bosja, whatever you want to call it, combat, exploration zone, whatever. Yeah, this like purple and this teal blue you can't change, but the main blue you can. That's the second dye channel. As you can see. And this white over here as well, you can't change. Is it fun? We're still pretty early into it, but it's pretty similar to Bosja so far. And I like Bosja, so I'm having a good time. Yeah, it's a very colorful outfit, and you can't dye a lot of it, which is a little unfortunate. Let's check this stuff. Yeah, here we go. So the Fending set is the Berserker set. As you can see. The rest of the set I'm not crazy about, but the headpiece is very good. Oh, and it's got an interesting dye pattern. Looks like Princess Mononoke, 100%. I totally see that. Great movie. Oh, it's like... Oh, that's weird. It like mixes the two colors together. Oh, that's actually really cool. Like if you have a super bright green, it kind of washes everything out at the same time. Oh, but that gives you a lot of options for colors. Huh. Yeah, I think this is based off the male berserker. The not the tiger outfit that the ladies have. The maiming set is the same, just in different colors. Okay, so this is the one that I don't recognize, which is the striking set. And I guess by extension, the scouting set. Is this Blue Mage? Because that's the only thing I can think of with a coat like this. But the hat does not look familiar at all. But it is blue by default, so... Versus pirates? No, the pirates had like, they had like rags, they had like tunics and stuff like that. I don't think they were nearly this well put together. So I want to say it's Blue Mage. At least that's the inspiration at the very least. Let's share it with aiming as well. Oh, it does. Okay. Usually the aiming, the range DPS get their own set. I know exactly what the casting set is, because I'd recognize that stupid cone hat anywhere. That's Geomancer 100%. The rope's pretty nice. If you're a caster, you're drowning in ropes typically, but such is life. You would also get this like waist skirt that you don't see if you have the the main piece on. It's kind of weird. Blue Mage had masks? Did it? Am I interested in the MTG cards about FF? 14's in it. Not really. I think they're cool. Like, I've seen a couple of them, and they're pretty well-made cards. They've got, like, very thematic effects. So they're pretty neat, but I have no interest in getting back into Magic. I have a buddy who's been trying to get back into getting back into it because of 14 and the FF crossover, but the only TCGs that I care about are Yu-Gi-Oh! And Digimon. And even then, that's like a pretty... not a super intense interest. What else we got? Time Mage. Cannoneer. Okay, this is not from FF5. Cannoneer's from something else. This might be a tactics thing. Geomancer. Oh, am I confusing Geomancer with Time Mage? I think you're right. I think it's Time Mage that I'm thinking of. That's what I meant. Okay. What else can you get? Oh, there's another glam set. Is this Bart's? I think this is Bart's. Because I think he had a circlet like this. I'm pretty sure this is Bart's. Cannoneer was FF5 Advance in 2013. Oh, it's another version of FF5. Okay. I can get into that. There's the writing map. Ancient airship identification key. Okay, this is where you get the airship. 5,000 silver. That doesn't seem too bad, actually. Yeah, so it's town theme and a new world. Okay, so I think it's one of the overworld themes that I'm hearing. Okay. I assume it's die is pretty much the same. Yeah. Oh, the outfit is the Cannoneer outfit? That makes sense, because I was thinking it looks like a privateer outfit. Like a government-sanctioned pirate. Alright. I will say the MTG Final Fantasy cards, I'm very impressed by how flavorful they made the effects, particularly for Xenos. Like, if you didn't know what Xenos' story was in 14, you could read his card and get a pretty good idea of his character, which I think is pretty impressive, based on what his effects do. Papa Limo as well, I saw. His effect was very funny. They learned it's green and luscious, not a dead, depressing brown desert battlefield. Yeah. Bozja did get pretty boring to look at after a while, I will say that. Blue Cannoneers, specifically Bart's. Okay, that makes sense. He's normally blue colored. Oh, I should have re-upped my buff. That's fine. We're exploring. We're trying to find these sightseeing logs effectively to progress. I do like the big bubbles in the sky. That's fun. This place looks pretty, like, realistic, like nothing too crazy, but the bubbles in the sky give it that neat little fantastical vibe to it, which I like. I will say there's a lot of, like, green forest and ruins, overgrown ruins. The color palette is a little bit muted here, but it's also raining, so that might be the lighting. Does Ishgard have a jumping puzzle thing? Good question. I don't think so. The first one I remember is in Stormblood. And that's the one most people remember because it's pretty rough. I mean, they said find civilizations, so I guess we'll do that. That's... Should also be picking up the Aetherytes, so maybe we'll focus on that and hopefully run into what we need. What do they say you get the Demiatma from? From Fates and Critical Encounter. Okay, so specifically Critical Encounters. Okay. Heals a regen? This one is, yeah. Gradually restores HP over the course of 30 seconds. Oh, and there's a memory stone here. Where are you at in the MSQ, by the way, Double? Have you finished the main MSQ and onto the patches, or are you still working through that? What the heal will be like with high piety? I couldn't even tell you anything about the stats of FF14. I literally almost never look at the stats because they don't matter. I just make sure I'm on level. They really don't matter unless you're doing high-end content. Still in main MSQ? Okay. Looking for a survey point here. I'm trying not to get eaten. These guys are pretty high level. Mod check, survey point? Oh, is that it? I think that might be it. You said bolt, chain, and islands? I would have to look up which quest that is. I don't recognize most of them by name, but sometimes I do. There's a couple that have pretty obvious names. Nope, that's an enemy. Fuck. Oh, not these guys. Oh, they're using the FF13 models again. That's the behemoth from 13. Ugh. Gross. Oh, the Limitless Blue trial. Ah, okay. You fought Bismarck. That I recognize. So where is that? Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot you do that after the vault. Right. You're getting there. You're making good progress. Not that there's any rush. Alright, these guys will kill the shit out of me, so I'm gonna avoid them. Something over there, maybe? Looks like a fucking vault entrance from Borderlands. I really hope Borderlands 4 is good. I'm not planning to buy it or like pre-order it right away because I don't really trust Gearbox that much. But I do hope it's at least good gameplay wise. Story wise, after Borderlands 3 I could care less. But if it's fun to play. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to the music. It just kind of stopped. If there is something here, I don't know where. What the hell is this? It's a carrot. This is where I use the carrot? Oh. Gold coffer. Materia and prisms. Yay. Alright. That's how that works. Yeah, where did the music go? It just stopped. Weird. Mod check, survey points. I guess there's just not one here. He said find proof of other civilizations here, and this looks like a civilization, but I guess there's just not one here. Or if there is, I have managed to miss it. I'm not sure if level matters, but you might be right that that is a potentially a good indication that I... Oh, well, hang on. This is not where I need to be. The Wanderer's Haven. I don't know if that's a civilization. Yeah, I don't think this is it. I think you're right that I should stay to stuff that's relatively on level. Go, Capybara. Seriously, what happened to the music? I mean, 14 does this sometimes, where in certain zones and areas, they're just like, they play the music once and that's kind of it. Which I've always thought to be a little strange, but what do I know? Actually, I should just return out of here. It is eerie. Oh, there it is. Found it. Okay. Yeah, let's go this way. What does the Rogadin Capybara looks like? I mean, generally speaking, they just scale up the mounts for larger characters, or scale them down for smaller characters. They don't really change much how they look like. It's usually just like, it's a big-ass fucking capybara. That's what it is. What you see is what you get. So, participate in this. I gotta figure out what theme this is in FF5. I think they said it's a new world. So I think it's one of the overworld themes, maybe the second one. I don't recognize it off the top of my head. Am I gonna go late tonight? I did start an hour late. So I might. I would like to do a little bit more exploring. I don't know how late we'll go, because I am kind of tired, but... Hey, Waffle. Haven't touched the Crescent much, only got the Aetheryte and then dipped. How is it? It is so far pretty similar to Bosja. It's got like a little bit of Eureka in it, but like the good parts of Eureka and not the annoying parts. So I'm pretty happy with it so far. But we haven't gotten too deep into it. It was a busy day for games for me. That is fair. I gotta find a better place for this. I guess just here. Got a game coming up in 2 days that I'm excited for. Ooh, what's that? Monster Hunter update and GBF versus update. To be fair, I don't think the Monster Hunter update is that much, right? It's just like the event quest and that's kind of it. Or was there like something bigger? I did get the scarf, which is badass, by the way. One of my favorite event attires I've ever seen. Oh, is it out now? The Akuma quest? The Street Fighter crossover? I don't know if I care much about that, but I'll probably get it. Oh, Night Ring comes out in 2 days. I didn't realize it was coming out that early. I kind of forgot about it. But I hope that's good. Because we've thought about playing that for co-op days on Wednesdays. But we were kind of like iffy on it. But hopefully it's good. It's like a roguelite, right? I think that was one of the things that kind of turned me off. You need like 7 tickets for the layered set and the Palico armor, and it's an arena quest. Yeah, okay. Fairly standard fare. GBF versus update was big for me. New character, new battle pass. Hell yeah. Ooh, look at this guy. Yeah, looks dope. Lion Rampant. Okay, so Fearsome Glint is a cleave. Roguelike with Shinking Arena like Battle Royales. Okay, yeah. I don't think we'll be playing that then. But I hope people who do enjoy it, do want to like it, or enjoy it, or who are excited for it. Oh, this is a lot to deal with. forward, right? Okay, that's fairly easy. Shockwave, a push. Oh, it's just a great line. Okay. You can buy the battle pass, the Vasaraga skin at the end, which is the best Vasaraga skin in GBF. Yeah, if you want to send that to me, you can. Yeah, the sound cues on the cross let you know when it's about to pop, which is very nice. Because otherwise it's hard to tell when it's going to slow down. Falling rock. Oh, this looks like a... How the fuck does this work? I wandered right into it, yep. Oh, okay, I see how that works. Now in Discord, I have time to look at it. It's a big scythe guy, right? Ooh, that is pretty rad. I do like that. I'm a big fan of heavy armor and sides. Oh, now you get both? Oh, fuck me. Ooh, fuck. Oh, they have different timers. Oh, Christ. This is a lot. Just trying to survive here. So those are a little bit difficult to manage, but otherwise it's not too difficult. Like that just in case. It is a lot of AoE. A tremendous amount. But thankfully, he's not like doing much while all that's going off, so you can just kind of... It's not like a savage. You can just let your DPS go to shit and just survive if you have to. How big are these? Very big. Fuck. The moving AoEs are rough. They're not too bad for casters because you don't have to move out of them until they stop. It's just kind of hard to tell where they're going to stop. I don't think I've ever seen an AoE mechanic like this in the game, where they move like this and then eventually count down. They've been doing this more. They started doing this with Endwalker, where like AoEs would move dynamically and you had to kind of get out of the way. Figure out where they're going to move to and then get moving. Oops. Which I think is a technical breakthrough that they did. And it's neat because it lets them do some pretty creative stuff. Oh, that's cool. I hope eventually there's like a sequel to GBF Relink, I think. That game was fun. Just needed more content. Oh, so some of the rocks explode and some of them don't. How do you figure out which ones do that? I guess I'll find out later because he's almost dead. Hell yeah. Ooh, I got the Oracle Soul Shard. Oracle's a new one. think once a rocket's hit by an AoE, it blows up and it chains the other rocks. I think the ones that rocks land on, rocks turn them off. Okay. Bashed my finger today. I was working outside. That, it is called Falling Rocks. You might be right. Phantom Oracle. This must be from another version of FF5. Support skill. Or support class. We'll keep rocking Knight for a bit. After the fighting game grind, let's listen in for now. Sounds good. Thanks for stopping by. I've got far enough from Relay with the robot boss. Was the robot weapon that the captain gets in an event? No, I did not get to the robot. I'm pretty sure I know what you're talking about. I did not. I remember seeing it. I think I watched like a video of it, but I never got to it in game. It just got too grindy after a certain point. But I hope they make another game like that because it was super fun. What does Phantom Freelancer do? Well, it gets leveled up the more jobs you have mastered. I don't know entirely what that entails. But it works similarly to the way it does in FF5. Oh, these guys are level 20. Time to leave. After I get that treasure coffer. More GBF content. Reed speaks, it does. How the fuck do I get out of here again? Thankfully the aggro range on these NP or these monsters seems fairly reasonable. Nope. I have like 4 treasure maps for my gathering. What do I do with those? I forgot after my hiatus. For treasure maps, you can use a skill to open the treasure map, like survey or search or something, and it'll show you a place on a map and you have to figure out where it is. And then if you go there and use the dig command, you can potentially find like treasure. I don't know if it's super worth it on the really old treasure maps from like A Realm Reborn. But I wouldn't know. I've done them when they're on content and they're pretty lucrative, but I don't know if the old ones are worth it. Waffle actually would know more because he's done a shit ton of treasure maps. Oh, he made all that money. He's loaded. Just trash him? Yeah. I don't think you have to worry too much about the loot you might get from them. At this point, you can probably buy them off the market board for pretty cheap if you do want to do them. You make money from crafting, hopefully. Crafting does have a pretty steep buy-in. It is pretty expensive to get into, but once you fully commit to it and get everything sorted, you make a lot of money. That's how all of the multi-gillionaires make their money. What's the demi-materia? The clear demi-materia, I think, are just sell items. Yeah, sells for 1,000 gil. Although I want to say you need them for some recipes. And they're a little bit annoying to get at times. I think I needed them for some old extreme weapon recipes. But I don't remember super well. I might be thinking of another demi-materia, not the clear ones. I think these ones are just for selling. Oh, this has got to be a civilization. Buildings with windows. Surely I'm in the right place. Crescent headstones. What in the Bloodborne is this shit? Oh, the color grading in here is weird. Atmospheric phantasms. Interesting. Does it have a recipes related to this item on right click? Oh, that's a good point. I forget you can do that. Nope. That answers that. I think I am thinking of a different demi materia. Oh, it might be demi crystal? Yeah, this is what I'm thinking of, demi crystal. I got the two confused. You need this for a lot of extreme weapons. Gotta be very careful in here. Oh, I got a hat. There's more glam? How much fucking glam did they fit into this content? Quaintrell's hat. Oh. A little, beret-esque thing. That's cool. Always down for glam. That will keep me coming back to this content. I recognize the headstone enemies. They attacked with corner. Oh, yeah. I remember they always tried to cast stuff, but they never had the MP. Kind of a weird enemy. Holy shit. You're a lot. I think I recognize... Yeah, I think you're in 5 as well. You're in, like, one of the towers. I want to say. I don't know if I recognize this area, though. I don't remember a dense city like this in 5. It does look like a Drider from D&D. I imagine the references there is a shared reference. Or a shared source of inspiration. I haven't seen a lot of fates, just critical encounters. Let's head around this. I feel like there's probably a survey point here. In this shadowed city. But there's a lot of high-level enemies here and not a lot of room to maneuver, which makes me a little nervous. Dense city, wasn't there a split-up city that had 4 wards in the castle? Oh, you're right! There was something like that. Fuck, what was that place called? The names are definitely things of that I forget. I'm pretty good with characters, but location names I forget all the time. Ooh, that's bad. You're very high level. This reminds me of the Void Ark. The Alliance raid. Is this, Oh, this is really critical engagement is. What age is this? Is this 3rd age? Is that a giant disco ball? Fuck, it is. I think that's what this is, because that would explain all the demons. Oh, that's a giant pyramid, I see. Leave me alone! I made a mistake! I hate it when people online are better than me. Me too, that's why I don't play fighting games. Because I'm like, do I put in the effort to eventually become better to beat this guy? Or do I just play another game and have fun immediately? And I usually go for the latter option. Not me spending all day playing this game. Hey, some people are built different. Stone Marsh. Keep an eye out for those survey points. Because you took a 2D 3-year break from the game? Yeah, that's how it gets you. You constantly got to be grinding away at it or people are going to outpace you. And I just do not have the interest in spending that amount of time on a game. Can I get up here? I cannot. Excuse me. I'll at least get that ether over there. There's the fates. No one's really here right now, so I'm not going to bother. Oh, this is also a fate. Hey, there's the battle theme. I knew they had to play it eventually. I do really like this battle theme. I think it's actually one of the better ones. When the main riff is very memorable, that's how you know you got a good battle theme. Now we have a persistent pot. Okay. Follow the magic pot. How do I give you an elixir? Do I need to actually buy those? Oh no, I have one as a key item. Far, far to the west. Okay. The big city is where you need a Dragoon, yeah. Where you had that one boss that was like, it's all Dragoons and RNG. I think that was Garuda, actually. That was FF5's Garuda. Which was not a great fight. It's not their best designed fight. Southwest. Okay. What a fucking dangerous enemies in here. Okay, further southwest. Still kind of sucks that I can't sign up for a critical engagement and then get teleported there. I actually have to move there. North. Alright, we got it. Oh, was that FF3? You're absolutely right. It's easy to get the two mixed up because they have basically the same gameplay. One is just much better. Okay. Might be a survey point around here somewhere. I'm pretty sure I'm in the wrong area because there's a lot of very dangerous guys here. But we're going to risk it. Check door. Upstairs will suffice. Anything up here? Besides a lot of very angry men. Oh, there it is. I knew there had to be one. La Brazia. Oh, that was a lot of stuff. Hang on, what was that achievement? Horns of Plenty. Oh, just 10 treasure chests. Ether spun gold, a Biako cub, and I think I got a torso piece? Oh yeah. Avenarian wool autumn shirt. I think I actually have this. Yeah, I do already have this. That's cool. More sources of that is nice. Pretty sure I don't have this one. Oh, I do have the Quaint Trolls hat. Come on. I don't think I have that Ethernet over there. Not great. Not great. Fucking get out of there. Excuse me. Do I almost get one tapped? I don't know. They haven't hit me yet. The damage I took was from falling, but I don't want to find out. Not that I think it would matter because I'm below knowledge level 5. I think I only start losing XP at level 5. That's another minion, right? I have that, okay. There's a lot of minions in this. I think the Biako Cub is like a Stormblood minion. But they kind of just gave everything on these treasure chests, which, you know what? I'm kind of fine with. Yeah, the enemy leash range is pretty wide. They are quite persistent. Just gonna fucking blitz through here. Fuck it. I'm faster than you, so it doesn't matter. Is that a goddamn dinosaur? Hang on. Yep. They do move in herds. It's literally just a Brachiosaurus. Alright. Sure. Why not? I don't remember if I fought a dinosaur in FF5, but I wouldn't be surprised. It's still so hard to get used to the fact that I can move and call my mount at the same time. That is years of muscle memory that I am fighting. Oh, it's that that model. I don't think they've used that enemy model since Heavensward. Maybe they have. Heavensward was the last place I remember it. The current Savage mount is a 4-seater? Ooh, nice. They do like to have multi-seat mounts in Savages. I think Shadowbringers had a 4-seater as well. What is it? I don't think I've actually seen it. Oh, it's just a car. Oh, is it the like gray and purple car, similar to like the bike? I think I saw that earlier, and I was wondering where you get that. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. We literally just saw that like an hour and a half ago. I was like, what the fuck? Where'd you get that? I think the mount you get in here might actually be a multi-seater. I have to check the patch notes again, but I think I saw multiple people standing on it. I'm pretty sure anyways. Which would be pretty nice. Oh yeah, if you're collecting mounts, you will have to do... Ooh, he one-shotted me. Okay, yeah. That answers that question. Yeah, if you want to collect mounts, you will have to do the hardest content in the game. Not the hardest, because I don't think there's any mounts related to ultimates. But yeah, Savages, Extremes, all have mounts. There's got to be a survey point here that I missed. The good thing is that for old content, for Savages and Extremes, you can just unsync it. So you can just like get to max level of whatever the current expansion is and then go back and just farm those over and over again because the drop rates are one boosted and you can solo them and get everything. So you don't actually have to do the hard stuff unless it's the current hard stuff, in which case, yeah, you're gonna have to learn it. But I'm a casual, same. I will not be getting the Dawn Trail mounts for a long time. But I have all the Stormblood ones. And at this point, I could probably work on the Shadowbringers ones. Waffle is lying. He is a sweaty tryhard. This man has cleared ultimate. He is the most degenerate kind of 14 gamer. That's not true. Erotic role players are the most degenerate kind of 14 players, but he's down there. Yeah, he can see the bottom. Let's put it that way. I guess we go back here. Am I surprised you're not an ERPer? Not really. I think that was mostly a meme. But I am surprised you are a raider. That did catch me off guard. Fuck. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to pick this guy on my ass. On another note, you did duty roulette as a healer and got Veil. Hey, here's the good news. They have improved Orm Veil significantly, even from when I started, which was already improved. So Orm Veil is not that bad anymore. The first room in Orm Veil used to be much worse, if you can believe it. I gonna lie, part of the reason why I haven't touched Occult much is because I'm really burnt out of this game. No shit. You've been a sweaty raider for like over a year. Of course you're burnt out. You did all the hardest content in the game. Take a break. Or not over a year. Still, a long time. Yeah, casually farming extremes. You had a static. That's how I know you're not a casual. But yeah, you did a lot of hard shit, so yeah, take a break. Play something else. This is not a game that is designed to be played every day for months on end. That is other MMOs, that is specifically not this game. The developers have said very clearly they do not make this game like that. Oh, these guys are gonna kill me. Maybe not. Yeah, take a break. Wish I had a hint as to what I'm supposed to be looking for besides just civilizations. Fuck. I got greedy for the treasure chest, but it was worth it. Do I have this menu? I do. Because I don't think you give me any hints besides just ancient civilizations. Yeah, it just says unlock the relevant entries. I wish I knew what those were. I guess they really want to emphasize exploration in this, which, to be fair, is kind of the name of the game of this expansion. Well, kind of. It was definitely advertised more than it was for other expansions, I can tell you that much. I do like that the critical encounters spawn quite quickly. There seems to be like one almost always happening. That might be just because there's a shit ton of people here doing stuff that spawns them, but I feel like even when Bozzer was busy, they were not this fast. You think any synced healer can heal Vale's intro room wall to wall? Picking up every mob? I think it might be possible. It would be very difficult to pick up every mob in that room. But I do think it is possible. What time is it? We'll do this critical encounter, and then I think we might call it there for the nights. We already went a little bit late to try and make up time because I started late. I think we'll call it after this. I think I was with, tried it, and kept trying to blame me for him dying. I mean, was he going like dead set through the center, or was he sticking to the left wall? Because if he was just charging through the center and aggroing everything, yeah, he was at fault. You cannot do that with Arm Veil. You couldn't do it before, you can't do it now. Oh, apparently you need Ether Spawn Gold for something. I also got that. Upgrading gear. Oh. Left wall, but he didn't pull everything and it kept getting tagged by the frogs. If you're getting hit by mobs, that's 100% on him. It's the tank's job to aggro everything. If he was not pulling aggro on things, then he fucked up. That's an easy one. Okay. I think I see how this is working. Oh, too early. Fuck, yep. My fault, I moved too quickly. And before anyone asks, no, I will not turn my party effects off, because I'm not a little bitch. Oh boy. How the fuck does this work? Got it wrong. Yep, I'm dead. Fucking. That's too much information. I cannot handle that. Good luck, tank. That is way too much to remember at once. Thought groups are formed into full parties. I wonder if Fort Tower is going to split you into 2 light parties. I would assume that's how it's going to work. The only question is, in an 8-man party, you only have 1 healer typically. Or sorry, 1 tank. And I'm not sure how that's going to work. Although there might just be... you have to rely on your job abilities. That's very possible. You are a warrior, so you need less healing than normal for a tank, but that is a lot of enemies. If you have to sign up to it like a trial, the 2 tanks, 2 healers. No, they go into it how you sign up with it in the patch notes, and it is an area in the world that you have to get to, And once enough people commit to starting it, then you just have to be in the area and you get sorted in. I don't know how it forms parties in that. I assume you have to form them outside of it, which means you use whatever jobs you have. Similar to Bosjo, I don't think there's actually role restrictions. Taking off, Waffle. Have a good night. We'll be wrapping up soon here anyways. Just gotta wait for this this tank to either die or succeed. I think they might be able to get through it. They're keeping their health up. It's just gonna take a while. This warrior, yeah, this warrior is doing warrior things, which is being unkillable. They specialize in self-healing. If there's any tank that doesn't need a healer, it's warrior. Yeah, there's probably another phase, so I'm not holding out a lot of hope, but we'll see. I got 15 minutes. There wasn't many people left in this instance anyways, since it's late, so this group was all we had. And that spinning cross mechanic is fucking insane. See what the guy called solo only used warrior? Yep. Warrior is arguably the best class in the game just because of its self-healing. As far as survivability. If this guy was a Dark Knight, he would have died fucking 10 minutes ago. So I'll actually have to go Reaper for Bismarck. Yeah, Bismarck is a weird trial. They tried to get creative with Bismarck, and I don't think they really succeeded. I don't think anyone really likes Bismarck. It's not terrible, but it's just not super fun. And the extreme for Bismarck is ass. I farmed that extreme to get the Heavensward mounts, and it is not a fun extreme. Yeah, the Island Ballista, it's just like weird, not super obvious mechanics. You kind of just have to like read or have someone tell you about it. The game does not do a good job on informing you how it works. I want to see this guy kill these enemies and then see what the next phase is. I'm pretty sure we're not going to complete the duty, but I just want the information. Go HV! He's got the Legends title, so he's a tryhard. I think he's even got the ultimate axe. I'm not sure which one that is. Is this the Fruit axe? Oops. Ultimate Edenmore. Level 100. Yeah, I think this is the Fruit axe. Yes, it is. If anyone can do it, it's this person. Hey, nobody. What am I witnessing? We're watching our last hope of completing this content try to survive. And the odds are not in their favor. They're hanging in there. I don't mind Warrior. I definitely like it later in later levels. And in fact, I started 14 playing Marauder and Warrior, but I think my favorites tank right now is Gunbreaker. Really, the only tank I don't like is Dark Knight. But I did like Paladin quite a bit, but I've sort of come around on Gunbreaker. Let me return. It would have been very impressive if they cleared it, but for only one person, not likely. That's a lot of damage to self-heal even for Warrior. Alright, it is 12:50. I think that is where we're going to wrap it up for the night. Yeah, we went overtime because I started late, so things ended up sort of working out anyways. And yeah, I might do one more stream of this, because we do have to do the Hildebrand stuff. I'm not sure that will be on Friday. Why do you pop the circle? I don't know. I think they just might have been like, I don't think we can clear this in 10 minutes, so they were just saving everybody time. But I know what the mechanics look like now. But yeah, I think I'll do one more stream of this. I'll work on this off stream, just trying to find these survey points, because I don't know where they are. And that requires just a lot of wandering around. But I'll do that, get some levels, and then when there's more quest content, whenever I feel like it, I'll pop back in. We'll do another stream of this, we'll do more of this, and we'll finish off the Hildebrand stuff. I say finish off, it's like step 2 of like 5. There's gonna be a lot more Hildebrand stuff, but since I did a lot of it on stream already, I might as well keep doing that, so that's the plan. Is that the no, never mind. Something different. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks to whoever's in chat today. Doppel, Nobody, Waffle, Toaster said hi today, Sprouts, and everyone else who said hi today. We appreciate you. Would mind more Cosmic Exploration Zone? I'm not super crazy about Cosmic Exploration, especially at the point I'm at. It's really grindy. And it gets pretty boring pretty fast. So I don't plan on doing any of that on stream. Because I'm not super huge into crafting. I don't mind it. But it's not what I come to the game for. But I think I'll do at least one more stream of this. And then we'll go back to Dragon Quest XI. In the meantime, before we do that, we'll be playing some Schedule 1 on Mytholog's stream tomorrow. You can check them out there. And if you haven't joined the Discord already for stuff like stream alerts, the stream schedule, getting in contact with the community and us, you can do so right there. You'll be my crafter, no worries. Yeah, if I never need anything crafted, I will absolutely go to you. No question. When, of course, you get to where I'm at in the game, which is probably going to take a while. You have a lot to go through. But take your time. Enjoy the ride, because you only get to ride it once. And it's a very, very good ride. Yeah, you need to get to level 100, and not only that, but you need to progress through the story. That takes its own amount of time. Let's see. Let's go raid. How long has Mac been streaming for? Well, yeah, you can NG plus it and technically ride it again, but there's no time like the first time. I'm not sure Max streams for that long typically, so she might be wrapping up soon. Yeah, she streams about as long as I do, so she's probably relatively close to ending. So we'll raid Broken. Because Broken is doing a subathon, and we want to support Broken. A smile better suits a hero. If you wanna deal psychic damage to any player of 14, you can just say that. Works great. Final Fantasy 14 knows how to twist the knife. But yeah, everybody go sad at Broken. Have a good night, day, morning, happy time zone, whatever it is. And yeah, we'll be back with potentially more of this on Friday. I'm not sure if I'm going to do this on Friday or go back to Dragon Quest XI and then maybe save this for another day. Well, I'll see where I'm at off stream as I look for the survey stuff. But yeah, not too invested in the story, but that still hurt me so much. You have reached the point where you will start to get invested in the story, because that's where I got invested in the story. Up until that point, I was just enjoying the ride, but I wasn't super crazy into it. It's that point in the story in the vault where I really started getting into it. And by the time Shadowbringers rolls around, I think you'll be pretty into it. Shadowbringers is especially good, but in any case, have a good night, and we'll see you on Friday. Bye-bye.